We have not brought these issues to the fore internationally because our own history is without blemish or sin, for it is not. Nor is our right to speak on these issues based on any claim to current perfection, because we do not make that claim. Instead, what we have said is this, that the critical moral distinction of our time is the clear difference between a philosophy of government that acknowledges wrongdoing and injustice and one that refuses to admit to such injustices and even justifies its own assaults on individual liberty in the name of a Sharemic utopian vision. The moral foundation of our human rights policy requires that we maintain a single standard of justice, and above all, that our policy must be an effective instrument for improving the lives of people, not an instrument for self-righteous self-satisfaction. Over these last 8 years and before, we've seen that representative democracy, for all its shortcomings and as imperfectly realized as it so often is still the best guarantor of human rights. So our concern for human rights must be used also to encourage the success of democratic institutions. The world has not failed to notice the great improvement in human rights that is possible when countries make the transition from authoritarianism to democracy. But we've also seen the capacity for bad situations to become far, far worse, for autocratic governments to be replaced by totalitarian dungeons like Cuba, Iran, and Nicaragua. Let us as Americans set forth a simple, humane principle, and any policy carried out in the name of human rights must not bring harm to those whom it was supposed to help. It should not yield slavery when what it promised was freedom. In addition, we've seen that no totalitarian nation has ever made a peaceful transition to democracy. So this type of transition, which has improved the level of human rights for more people in more countries than any other factor, has not brought its benevolent fruits to the communist world. But reforms are possible and have indeed been occurring in Marxist-Leninist states. At my meeting yesterday with Mr. Gorbachev, as at each previous meeting, human rights was one of the 4 key topics discussed. Certainly we're not yet satisfied, but there has been real progress, which we must note and encourage. Many political and religious prisoners have been released, and many specific cases of family reunification and the like have been resolved. Emigration, though still below the levels of 10 years ago, has increased, but still much remains to be done to translate words into deeds, to bring the peoples of the Soviet Union the full rights to which their government has committed itself under international agreements, including freedom of assembly, freedom of worship, national expression, and the right to leave one's country and return.